Hello again everyone, Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about Chiron Sextile or Trine the South Node in a natal horoscope. As most of you know, Chiron is associated with the wounded healer. It represents an area or element in our horoscope that we can often emphasize or accentuate strongly with others, but we often have difficulty helping ourselves in this area. We are often geared at helping others' emotional wounds in this particular area, but a lot of the fact is, I think, that we don't help ourselves in this area is often attributed to overcompensation, often due to the fact that we're expending so much time and energy on helping others in this area that we may neglect ourselves. Chiron is seen by most as an asteroid or planetoid. As far as its impact or influence on a horoscope, I look at it like a generational planet because I think it bears more significance by house placement as opposed to the sign it's in. On average, Chiron traverses a sign for 4 to 5 years on the average time. So I don't really see it impacting the horoscope much by sign, but it can flavor the house placement a little bit anyway. Well, the first thing I look at, if somebody has Chiron Sextile or Trine their South Node in their natal chart, this could be a person in the earlier part of their life up till maybe roughly approximately age 30 or so, is able to perhaps use some kind of healing methods or techniques at helping others, and do it in connection with whatever they're emphasizing, whatever they're pulled toward. This could somehow maybe amalgamate with some natural abilities or talents that they may have utilized or used in that earlier part of their life. This could be somebody that may do well in some kind of healing or teaching profession. It might be some kind of calling in the person's early years. This could be, a lot of this is dependent on the house placements. We look at the aspects, mainly the house placements of the aspects. Obviously, this is sextiles and trines are auspicious, and they can be favorable. And first thing we look at, let's say that, give one example. Let's say that if somebody has, let's say they have the South Node, say in the 6th house, and they have Chiron in the 8th. Well, this could be a person, Chiron in the 8th may be able to help others, perhaps maybe heal emotional wounds in connection with things connected with taxes, others' resources, perhaps some dispute or some problems even over an inheritance, matters pertaining to death. And somebody with the North Node in the South Node in the 6th may emphasize, say, work in the beginning part of the person's life. So this could be a person that may be able to perhaps help somebody in those matters, like I said, helping those wounds connected with the 8th house matters, by maybe pointing them into direction, perhaps with finding that right outlet, say maybe for work, is for example finding work, employment in the right field may help maybe problems pertaining to taxes, for example. Or another example could be maybe somehow this person can maybe direct somebody toward a better health regime, and by doing so maybe help them cope with negative things, like I was saying, like with death, like matters connected with that, maybe a little bit better, by having a better, mental health especially. So this is really something where this is more emphasized in the first part of the person's life. Now, if we have something where, I shouldn't say if somebody has Chiron Sextile or Trine the South Node, they're obviously going to have Chiron Sextile or Trine the North Node. So really it's a good influence aspect for people to have, because it has a positive bearing on the early part of the life in connection with what the person possesses as far as their abilities or what they have that propensity for early on, but in the latter part of life, say after age 30 approximately, they can benefit as well from these aspects. So I give maybe, let's see, one more example. Let's say if somebody were to have, let's take somebody were to have Chiron in the 7th, and let's say it trine their south node in the 11th. Now, Chiron in the 7th could indicate somebody that has an ability to help emotional wounds connected with relationships, partnerships, perhaps open enemies or adversaries, things that of a legal nature. And the North Node in the 10th could be a person that really strongly emphasizes friends, acquaintances, things connected with goals and aspirations, and perhaps, and also organizations. Perhaps this person may be able to combine these two elements, and by doing so, maybe this person can direct someone in the early part of their life maybe to join maybe some kind of organization and find the right friends, acquaintances that are going to have a positive impact on this person, and thus maybe help heal those wounds from perhaps negative relationships that this person may have had. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Chiron Sextile or Trine the South Node in the natal chart. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about the South Node in major adverse aspect to Chiron in the natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.